All right. Well, today I want to talk about how I see the rest of the baseball season turning out now that the trade deadline has come and passed. In the AL East, the Yankees will win the division easily. It's not even close. In the beginning of the season, you'd say, oh, they'd get at least a wild card. No, the West and the Central are. They got too many teams at the top. The AL East is a good division. It's just too many mediocre teams. So yeah, I see the Yankees winning it easily. No one else making the playoffs from the East. Um, in the Central, the Tigers, I believe, will win the division behind Verlander and Fister and Fielder and Cabrera. They got a nice top with Austin Jackson. Um, Valverde will continue to have success. He has struggled in the beginning of the year, but he will get it going. And the Tigers will barely beat the White Sox in the division. White Sox are a good team. It's a good story. They picked up some nice pieces, getting Liriano. But I think the Tigers are too talented. And in the West, right now, the Rangers are slipping. Their offense, even at Arlington, is starting to decline big time. They're batting under 200. Hamilton he got, a day off for, mental reasons. The guy is just falling apart. He hit a home run a couple days ago, but I see the Angels winning the division because they got the best rotation now. And they still got a hell of a lineup with Mark Trumbo and Mike Trout. And Albert Pujols will hit 2 home runs the other night. So that lineup is just looking better and better. And then when Greinke's your third best starter, you got a hell of a rotation with Weaver and Herron, Greinke, like I said, and I forget the other guy. Sorry. C.J. Wilson. They got him for the Rangers. So, yeah, I think the Angels win the division. Rangers get the second wild card. First wild card, my bad. Rangers will get the first wild card. White Sox get the second one. And the A's will, I believe, fall apart. Let's be honest here. It's a good story, but when you have nobody with experience on that team, you're relying on Yoenis Cespedes. Their pitching has overachieved big time. And they're winning with too many walk-off wins. Those walk-off wins could easily be losses. So I don't see them continuing doing what they're doing. It's a good story. I hope they win, but I don't think it lasts. And Rangers will beat the White Sox in the wild card game. And they will play probably the Yankees. In the NL East, the Nationals kind of have had that division on lockdown from the very beginning of the year. They will continue to do so behind stellar pitching and surprise hitting. They got, now that Michael Morris is back, they got Tyler Moore hitting, Lombardozzi's hitting, Harper's got to keep it going. So I think their lineup's a lot better than people think. Ryan Zimmerman's been hot lately, so I think that lineup is a lot better. So I think that they keep it going. They beat the Braves probably by a good 6 or 7 games. And the Braves will get that first wild card spot. The Braves made some good pickups. They got about 3 pitchers this season. So they got Ben Sheets. They got Paul Maholm from the Cubs, along with Reed Johnson in that deal. So they're looking pretty good. Hayward's looking like a real star over there. So good for them. In the Central, you got the Reds, Pirates, and Cardinals. Brewers, Cubs, Astros all suck. And the Reds will win the division pretty easily. I've been surprised by the Cardinals. They have good pitching. They have the best offense in the National League, and yet they're in third place in that division, which has been a huge surprise to me. I know Pujols is gone, but you still got Freeze. You still got Matt Holliday. Furcall's been a pleasant surprise. Alan Craig's been good. Yadier Molina's been playing blazing hot. So I've been shocked by that. I think the Cardinals get the wild card in a tight race with somebody out west for that second wild card spot. The Pirates, they're a good story, but like last year, I think they're gonna fade because their pitching is not where it should be. It's a nice story with AJ Burnett coming and he's playing well, and you got McDonald, who is really overachieved and playing better than he really should. But I just don't see them continuing doing what they're doing. All they really have is McCutchen, who's a superstar. He would be the biggest name in baseball if he was on any other team. He's a five-tool kind of guy, but you don't win with one player and a closer. So I think they fade, and the Reds win the division. Cardinals get the second wild card spot. And to the West, you got three teams in it right now: Giants, Dodgers, D-backs. With the D-backs, they got great hitting, but they play in Chase Field. So what do they really have? Their pitching is playing better than it should be, with Miley, Bauer, Corbin. So I just don't see them continuing doing what they're doing either. Kind of like the Pirates. I think they're going to fade. And then you got the Giants and the Dodgers. That's where the race is going to come down to. I think both teams made great moves at the trade deadline. But I think only one of them will make the playoffs because the Cardinals and the Braves, I believe, are better than who's ever going to come in second. So the Dodgers, I believe, will win the division because they now have a far superior lineup. It's not even close when you have Victorino, Ellis, Mark, Kemp, Ethia, Ramirez. That lineup is too strong, especially to the Giants, who have really nobody. I mean, Cabrera, Posey, and Pence are your best three hitters. Sandoval's on the DL. Who's leading off for that team? Who knows what they're going to do? They have a great rotation, but we have a great lineup. So the Dodgers are going to benefit from playing at Dodger Stadium. Obviously, that rotation will not have to have a bunch of big names. I mean, you got Kershaw, Capuano, Billingsley, Harang, and Fife. I think they should have made a move at the deadline, but they didn't. So I still think that they could get it done with that rotation. They just need timely hits like they've been getting all year. I think they'll continue to do so. So hopefully the Dodgers can win that division. And I'd like to say the Giants will get the wild card. It'll be close with the Cardinals for that second wild card spot, but I don't see them getting it done. So go Dodgers. Those are my predictions. I think in a wild card game, Cardinals Braves. Cardinals get it done, and we'll play the Reds. So actually, they can't play the Reds, so they'll play the Nationals. So go Dodgers, and good luck to everybody.